go overreaction again. Louisville did not come close to making the cut in the college football playoff. The Cardinals finishing 9-4, losing their final 3 games with a 29-9 loss to LSU in the Citrus Bowl. They were ranked as high as number 3 in the AP poll, and Lamar Jackson, as we mentioned, won the Heisman. Was Louisville's season a disappointment, or is that an overreaction?
I think this is a very good, above average, not disappointing season for the Louisville Cardinals.
Even when you have the Heisman Trophy winner, because I expect more out of a team that has the Heisman Trophy.
What if everything was played in reverse, like the curious case of Benjamin Button? Honestly, what if they peaked the way they started? Now, granted, they played, and I mean, like, they played Houston, they played Kentucky. They weren't playing, they weren't playing blue bloods to close. So I question the fact that, like, because September is why Lamar Jackson won the Heisman. September is the reason that Penn State isn't in the playoff. September was the reason Ohio State was in the playoff. They beat Oklahoma, right? And Penn State lost to Pitt. And that really was the difference. I think if Oklahoma didn't play Ohio State, they may get in.
There is something to longevity for a team, though. You go throughout the season, and at the end of the season, everyone's beat up. Everyone's scraping from the bottom of the barrel, and Louisville can't deliver.
I think the danger of having so many touchdowns and beating Florida, routing number 2 at the time, Florida State, and you're undefeated, and the first rankings are coming out in 2 weeks. And then there's a loss right before, but the AP, as you alluded to, had him as good as 3. And Lamar Jackson was a guy that all of a sudden, it didn't matter if you'd ever watched a game at Louisville. If you liked football, you'd rather watch Louisville over almost any team other than your alma mater because he was that special. It had gotten around. People were saying he was 5 times better than Michael Vick. Michael Vick agreed with that. And so he was a phenomenon, and he was almost penned rather than just penciled in to win the Heisman. So expectations, I think, are hurting Jackson and Louisville, and why we're even having this conversation. Because if we told them that this is how the year would go before game 1, this is them, I think, exceeding standards slightly.